I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna be nervous. I'm not gonna be nervous, okay? Hello, what was that? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Rusty Ferret podcast, episode 2. I'm LJ. I own Rusty Ferret yarn. I am the dyer, the marketer, the face. So hello, welcome back. If you watched last fortnight's podcast, I really appreciate it, and thank you all for this really nice comments. I was really scared, you could probably tell, but actually it was really good fun and I'm really enjoying. We never really had show and tell at school, but I was always the one that would like carry new things to their gran and granddads to be like, look at my thing, or look what I made. I used to take things to college as well and be like, Hannah, look at this. So yeah, I enjoy sharing things with everybody. I have turned round. I was facing that wall with the cupboards behind me. I thought this was maybe a little bit more interesting. It's maybe a bit more cluttered. We're working on it, okay? Done is better than perfect, and I thought you'd rather see my face. That was the important part, right? And the knitting. Mark's desk is to the side of me there, covered in his Transformers, the Game Boy we got in Japan. Oh, and a fuchsia. Let me show you. My mum seeded some fuchsias. Hang on. Yeah. And this will be going in the window box when it's big. So he's just a happy little fuchsia. Is there anything else I can show you about the background? The yellow tree was cut for me by Joy of the Knitting Goddess. It's a long story. This is where the line is of like personal stuff. Yeah, my dad won't mind. So my dad had cancer in his mouth a long time ago. And when I was in Berlin with college, there was a tree in the Jewish museum, and you wrote out like a little pomegranate wish, and then you hung the wish up and it would come true. So I wrote, I hope my dad doesn't have cancer anymore. My dad, after a long time of cancer in his mouth and lots of surgery, and he basically doesn't have a jaw down the bottom, no teeth. He is cancer free. That's wood. That's mahogany. And has been for a long time. So I am a bit superstitious. So when I was at the V&A one time, they had a wish tree, and I can't remember. It was maybe, I don't remember, but I wished that the person would be okay, and they are okay. So whenever Joy and I have got something going on, I always say I'll put a wish on the wish tree. So she actually cut me a wish tree, and it's really nice, so it stays on the wall. And I write a post-it note and stick it on it if anybody needs good luck. I know. Wrong side. In the embroidery hoop over there, that is some needle tatting I found at like a junkyard. My la bunny over there. That cushion was made, it's a mitered square cushion, and it was made out of scraps that the lovely Claire Devine gave me before she emigrated back to Australia. It was in the shop for a long time. Vintage mirrors, one's my mum's, the one with the church on it was my gran's, and the one down here I think was Jenny Reed's, Archie's aunt, maybe? I don't know. So yeah, so that's kind of like what's in the background. Oh, and my fluff, that's going to get tiring. My fluff clock that my dad makes up there. So yeah, that's the background. I don't know if you wanted that explained, but there you go. So should I maybe talk about what I'm wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? What are you wearing? This is my long-suffering, I'm going to get this wrong, right? My Tambourine. I am wearing my Tambourine by Farwell-Clay. I think I've got that right. And this was in issue 12 of Pom Pom. This is really awkward. Can I like hover? Wait, if I back up, hang on. Yeah, you can kind of see it. So you can't see it because of the stripes. So it's got these wee baubles, little tambourines. I have glittery batons, because why not? And it's just a nice. This dress sits squint, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm squint. Anyway, so yeah, it's just a nice cropped cardigan. It's got like 3/4 sleeves. I like a 3/4 sleeve because I like to have my sleeves rolled up. Because I'm a mocky pop. I'll scoot back in. Okay, right. This is Rusty Ferret in the Pew Pew colourway. No, that's a load of rubbish. It's the Pew Pew base Eldritch colourway. The Pew Pew base is 100% superwash New Zealand Polwarth. It's a really nice base. It's like, So this is, I don't know. So the Pew Pew base is 100% superwash New Zealand Polwarth. First, I don't have any in stock just now. I have been really rubbish at keeping bases in stock and working with them because I have mega anxiety that nobody wants anything. So that's a me thing, not a you thing. It will be back soon. Just, Polwarth, it's a really nice fibre to work with. It's the Polwarth sheep is like a cross between, it is a cross between a merino and a Lincoln. I can't remember the percentages, but it's a really long staple length, which means that it's a really sturdy yarn to work with. I know this, like, I don't have like a gleaner or anything, and I've got no, she says, pulling off one pill. I wouldn't say this is bobbly or like it's really held up well. There is a little bit of, I don't actually think there is. I think it's just dog hair. Yeah, the cardigan's really held up well. It's one of my most worn hand knits. So yeah, I do really love this base. I should stock more of it. Texture wise, I'm a bit of a snowflake. I'm not very good with, Louis Scully will kill me for this, scratchy yarn. I'm rustic, as she would say. I've got really sensitive skin, as you can maybe see. And anything that's got a slightest bit of itch just drives me demented. It's not for a lack of wanting to wear beautiful yarn. It's just, it hurts, it's painful, and I end up with like all these kind of rashes and things going on. These are from the masks. So it feels hardy. Does that make sense? Like, it feels like a nice strong yarn, but it's got that nice, I know Karina doesn't like when people use soft. I saw your tweet. I saw it. I wouldn't describe it as soft. Like, it's not that kind of smooth, soft like a merino. It's like, that's really hard. How can you even describe that? It's like tough, but I wouldn't call it smooth either. I don't know how to describe this. I'm sitting here rubbing myself like, what would you say this is? Like, I'm not going to use the word soft because I wouldn't say, oh my god, that's so soft, like when you picked it up. But I wouldn't recoil. Oh my god. I wouldn't recoil. How do you say that word? Recoil. And be like, oh, that's so edgy. Like, it feels strong, but without that prickle. That's it. It feels strong, but there's not that prickle to it. So it's like, you get the niceness of like your Shetlands and things, but without it like murdering you. And I need to stop saying like so much. I apologise. It's stripy, okay? I'm a big advocate of, if you've got a yarn like this, you should swap skeins. Don't swap skeins every second row. I alternate skeins every second row, and as you can see, I'm getting confused as to which side I'm pointing at. You can see the stripes. I alternated every row on the arms. No stripes. So, as much as I'm fine with this being stripy, if you are making something with hand-dyed yarn, alternate your skein every row. This was knit backwards and forwards, I think that's why I did every second row, because I would knit purl a row with one and then knit purl a row with the second, hence the stripes. If I was to do this again with similar yarn, would I have 4 balls running at the same time? I probably should. Yeah, that's my advice. So yeah, Stripes Ahoy, it's beautiful. That's a power name, isn't it? Anyway, so that was a really long... Okay, so since I have like put you all off wanting to own Polworth yarn, you shouldn't, it's really nice. Let's talk about... It's snowing, guys. There's bullets outside, like hailstones. It's like end of April. Anyway. So, let's talk about finished objects, shall we? My first finished object is... Da, 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 da. I finished my socks! So the body of these socks are the Happy Birthday socks by April Klich. And the pattern section of these socks are the Suomaa by, I'm gonna see, I said Henna last time and it's not, it's Henna Martiskainen. Henna Martiskainen. So I just Frankenstein the two together and I'm really pleased with them. Apart from the fact that they don't fit me, they fit Mark's feet. Mark's got a size 12, so these will be some nice lovely socks for him. But they were knit in the some D-stash yarn I got from Gail, so I'm then taking them out of my stash to put them into the world. The Regia 6-ply. I really like this wool. It's really sturdy, but really nice to knit with. They slid over my needles, so not splitty, not, you know, normal. Like, sometimes sock yarn can be really splitty and it's just not the best to work with. I'm talking about like mass produced. Yeah. But yeah, this was really nice, and because it was the 6-ply, so slightly thicker, like I think it's nearer a sport weight than a 4-ply, it's just so cozy. I think I want some for me. However, I'm not adding to the stash. I need to take away from the stash. But I'm so pleased. I think they've turned out really well. I should add though that the red did bleed a little bit, not enough to well, maybe there's a little bit, no, not enough to discolor the white, but the water was slightly pink when I rinsed it, and I always rinse everything in hot water, as hot as you can thole would be the word, as hot as you can tolerate, and I put them in a bowl and I add a little bit of fairy liquid, or I like Lidl's own, but we use Aldi's own at the minute. I did used to be a user of soak, but I actually find soak pulls colours out of things that wouldn't necessarily pull colour out of anyway. I'm a weird one. But yeah, I'm really pleased with these, and I hope Mark has nice cozy feet. I hope he uses them. Do you know anybody else with size 12 feet that would like some socks? I'm just gonna hang you there. Perfect. Okay. My hair needs cut. We're not discussing it, okay? I don't even know where to start with these. My Moonkoosa boots by Tiny Owl Knits. Now, I know half the problem with these was I got the fixed. That my arm was too thick. However, I finished them. I put them in the washing machine at a 90-degree wash. Now, I didn't put I normally throw a tennis ball in or a towel or something to like help agitate it. I didn't do that. That's maybe where it went wrong. They have not shrunk as much as I'd hoped, and the fringing has gone really weird. Let me put a picture of what they're meant to look like, and let's compare what they do look like. I don't know what I've done wrong. I think I'm gonna need, is there more felting in this? Probably. I think I'm gonna need to hand felt these just to get them. They're so big. I think I'm gonna have to hand felt these and properly mold them and shrink them down. I'm disappointed. But yeah, the fringing as well. It just looks so silly. I think I'll put more fringing in, in the spaces. You just fringe. There's a purl ridge you do here, and up the top, and you just fringe those. But I think I'm gonna go full Yeti. I think if I can get the feet to fringe, if I can get the feet to felt down better, I'll put the effort in and put more fringe in because I've got plenty of yarn. I'm gonna put one on. Hang on. I don't even know what foot this is. Does it matter? Probably not. They're not knit for feet. No, they are knit for your feet, but they're not knit for. Oh my god! I don't even know how to show you these. Can you see that? Yeah. I can't get that way. Right. So my heel's at the back, and that's my toe. I mean, they're so funny. Oh dear. So yeah, stuck on the mat again. Mark needs a new rug. If any rug people want to sponsor me, send it that way. So yeah, these need a bit of work, shall we say? But it's fun to try. Worst comes to worst, I'll make them into pom-poms for Iswizzle, and she loves a pom-pom. I'm starting to wheeze again, and that's no good. I'm putting off, right, my asthma's bad. I'm putting off going back to the asthma nurse because she hasn't been very nice to me. She first of all told me that I hadn't been taking my inhaler enough, i.e. had been going months without taking my inhaler. Lies. I want to breathe. She then told me last time that it was my dog, which you're like, right, okay, that's fine. I'm not getting rid of the dog. Take the antihistamine. But once I said I'll take the antihistamine, she was like, oh, well, increase your inhaler. Increases my inhaler, and I'm still wheezing. It's a different wheeze, but I'm constantly coughing again, like I was before I was diagnosed with asthma. It's killing me. And you're walking around the shop coughing with my mask on, and people are looking at you like you've got the plague. I need a lanyard that says it's asthma, it's okay. Oh, I literally got COVID tested 2 days ago. If you didn't see last time, these are knit out of my handspun Ryland fleece that I got from Rosedine Rylands. And yeah, this is another thing that I just wanted out of my stash to be used. Hopefully I can improve these. I mean, so that's all the No, what? I mean, Does that technically count? Does that, the mic's here, that's why. Hello. Does that count as a finished object if it's technically not finished? I mean, it's finished for now. It might go in the naughty corner for a while. Okay, whoops. I cast on the new project. This is the most beautiful bag you've ever seen. It's got freaking dogs on it, and it's got sparkly pink. And this was from Suomaa. Where's the label? I don't know where the label is. Mate, where's your label? Am I being thick? Oh, look, it's right there. Suomaa. She made this as a gift for Ferret Fest when I was closing Fluff, and it's like the biggest bag ever, and I adore it so much. So I said before, but thank you again, I do really love it. But I cast on my Wild Wind crop top by Wool and Pine. Make sure I've got the right side to you. Look! Okay, that looks terrible, but oh, I'm so pleased with it. The daylight's really blowing, making the, well, is that true? I'm not sure if the colours are quite right, but anyway. How cool! So this yarn is Rusty Ferret from the Depressed as Shit collection. Wait. 3. And this is the Comparison is a Killer colorway. And yeah, the colour's not quite right. Oh look, I've got a little tiggy tag. That was from my pattern. So it's like a blue. It's more of a tealy blue with dark blues and bits of orange in it. I will put a picture there so you can see it. But I cast this on at the weekend. We went up to see my mum and my dad. I'll speak more about that later. I've got an itchy knee. Excuse me while I scratch myself. Yeah, so I cast this one up at my mum's, and I say my mum's, my mum and my dad's. And I mean, I've not done loads because the cast on is I-card cast on, and that takes forever. Who invented an I-card? They need to stop. I mean, it's beautiful, but they need to stop. So yeah, I'm on to the second chart repeat. You're only meant to do 3 chart repeats and then that's it. And I'm like, that's not gonna fit my body. Maybe it will. I don't know. I'm trusting the process. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. The pattern, I'm not very good at memorizing lace charts. I can read lace charts. I can read lace charts. Okay, I did teach myself how to do that, but sometimes they just don't stick. It changes every row. I mean, it makes sense once it's done because it's like these little, like peacocky feather diamond things. But I struggle to pay attention to anything for more than 5 minutes, so I need the pattern sitting constantly. So it's not, what am I trying to say? It's not mindless knitting. Like, it's not something that I would probably take to a social event because I'm doing that right now. But definitely fine for watching, for doing in front of the TV. Because as much as I can't memorize the whole chart, once you've done the repeat once, it does repeat like, I don't know, 12 times across. 12 times across. So you kind of do get it in your head by the end of the row. And every other row is a purl row, so that's not so bad. So enjoying it so far. Will be interested to see if I need to add any extra chart rows because I got lady humps to go over. Yeah. I'm doing the 60-inch bust because it was recommended up to like 14 inches positive ease. I think it was maybe more than that. But I didn't want when you're larger, sometimes making things too large makes you look larger. I find for myself, because I'm quite broad on my shoulders, if I wear really oversized tops, it makes me look really out of proportion. Does that make sense? It's a me thing. If you enjoy it, go for it. I am not shaming anybody for what they wear. It's just a personal preference, really. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. My only problem is I have to knit a front and a back that are exactly the same, and I don't like knitting the same thing twice. That's why I don't knit socks very often. I should probably also tell you this is on my doll base, shouldn't I? It's called Doll because Steph suggested this, because Steph's a genius. It's smoother than a Ken doll, you know, because Ken's smooth. But it's my 75% merino, 25% nylon. It is my, I want to say basic. We'll call it basic. She's the best thing, bitch. Yarn. And I love it. It's my favourite because it's safe. I promise I will branch out into new bases soon. Don't hate me. So that is all the knitting that I've been up to. I haven't been crafting the past... Have I been crafting? No. I haven't done any crafting in the past 2 weeks. As I said, we went up to my mum's at the weekend. So the rules in Scotland have changed where we can travel all over Scotland. I'm not sure if we're allowed on the islands though. But that's okay. I don't want to go and annoy people on the islands. It's not fair. But I was so glad that I could go up and see my mum and dad at the weekend and have a bit of a chill with them. My mum got some chickens. So this podcast gets really long because I like to just talk about things and my stories are never short. I'm really sorry. If this is really dull, I apologise. But I like to talk, okay? Chickens. We live on the old family croft. It was my granddad's croft, like my dad's dad. And, I mean, it's not a working croft anymore. We don't have the fields and that. But it's still got quite a bit of space. If you've seen any of my pictures and that up at mum's, there's quite a bit of space. So my mum looked after a friend's chickens while the friend went to her daughter's graduation or wedding. I can't remember. It's where Izzy came from. Izzy, mum's cat. She's beautiful. I love Izzy. She's my favourite. Mum quite enjoyed looking after these chickens. Mum has also been going to like a petting farm. That sounds strange, but one of like the wee boy that she looks after has got some additional needs, and he goes to this farm to like work on his confidence and just like outside learning, if that makes sense. I'm not an expert, I don't know, but the wee dude's come on amazing, he's so good. So they've got all these animals like goats and things, and mum was like, maybe goats, and she would like, I don't know, we're animals, right? We like animals. So last year my dad got this the land certified that you could have up to so many animals. I can't remember what it is, with the thought that mum would maybe get some goats. Mum decided maybe not goats, but chickens. So we turn up and they've come home with the chicken coop. Can I just put it out there? My mum doesn't like eggs. Mum really doesn't like eggs. She is paranoid that she's going to be overrun with eggs. She won't be. She'll be that lady that turns up for a coffee and like, here's some eggs. I was like, no, you'll be fine. Anyway, so chickens. So 3 chickens. They're high line chickens. And I'm laughing because of their names. Mum said she was going to give her chickens like old lady names. And I'm like, but everybody gives their chickens old lady names. Let's give them cool names. So Hannah and Morag spent one of their dinner times and probably their working time looking up chicken names, and they came up with Princess Leia, Hen Solo, and Kylo Hen. So I just called these chickens that, and they've stuck. So that is the chicken names. It's really hard to tell which one's which because they all look the same apart from Princess Leia, and she's got a little bit, like, her white feathers are whiter. So yeah, I kind of love these chickens. I'm sad that they are not here with me. They still haven't laid any eggs yet. They are young chickens. The guy that she got them from is a chicken hobbyist, and he's only started getting had started getting eggs the last couple days from, like, another set, so hopefully soon. I said to Mum, it's karma, you're not going to get any eggs because you were worried about having too many eggs. But yeah, so chickens. But it was really good to go see Mum and Dad, and just the dog, Taggart, and Rio, and just be outside because it was really nice weather. My dad also made me, I don't know where he gets these. It's probably my mum that comes up with these ideas, and my dad makes them. So this is Mark's fancy gaming chair. Oh, hang on. This is one of those Secret Lab gaming things. And it's very comfortable. And up until work from home was a thing, this was my office. I decorated it for me, to be calm and full of plants and but Mark works from home now and will permanently, I think. So Mark's setup is quite more involved than mine, because he works QA testing apps and things. He also has a lot of video calls and needs to be able to close the door away from me and my yittering on. So he was through here. I'm in the living room. What was the point in this story? Chair. So when Mark first started working from home, I had to borrow Mark's brother's desk and chair from the old house because Martin lives in London now. It's a whole thing. Borrowed the desk until I got a table because Mark was using the table I'm now using because he's now got a desk. Okay, you keeping up? So borrowed that. So I kept Martin's seat, which is like a wee IKEA desk chair. However, it's not comfortable. My bum's too big, right? And I end up hunched like a little troll because it like rocks backwards, and I like to sit up quite straight at the desk. I actually like to wedge myself in. So I've been complaining to my mum that I was getting a really sore back because I'm sitting like a little troll at the computer. And could I have, my mum has a collection of chairs, just a normal chair to sit in where it's like, it's a straight back. When I wedge myself in, the chair's not going to move away from me. Great. So I turned up and my dad's built me a chair. I'm going to insert a video of it here. So this is my chair, baby. Isn't she lovely? Oh, turn. So yeah, just a car seat on some wheels. Still got the little back pocket. You can't recline it straight back because you will fall off. And it's so comfortable. So comfortable. I do love it. You can't see it under my body. But yeah, so good. It's a car chair on casters. My dad, without making this podcast like an hour long, and yes, I'm calling it a podcast, not a vodcast, and I'm sorry, I'm giving in to the man, whatever. This is a seat out of a Toyota Yaris that he's yanking the engine out of for his buggy. He put it on the old mechanism of an old seat. This is the comfiest thing I've ever sat in. More comfortable than this thing. And this thing costs 400 quid. I don't want to sit anywhere else. I just want to sit in this chair and just like have my bum squished, and then my back is like supported, and it's got the headrest, obviously. I love this thing. Dad, it's chef's kisses. Wonderful. So if you ever get the chance of a car seat on wheels, take it. They're so comfortable. I have nothing else to say about that. So yeah, that was a really nice visit up to Mum's. It was nice to get out of the city and take some selfies with some chickens, obviously. This is Friday, so yesterday was Mark and I's 4-year wedding anniversary, which is wild. We have been together 16 years, so the 4 years kind of is a bit, I don't know. I don't want to say insignificant because getting married is a thing, but I always feel like, oh, we've been married for 4 years, but we've been together 16 years. Like, we're legitimate. We do love each other, honestly. Weird. But the traditional gift for 4 years, according to my mum, is linen. And my mum got us this tea towel. Wait, is it the right way up? Does it matter? No. How lovely is that? So it's like this Irish linen tea towel with magpies on it. And it's by Jupiter Red, sorry. And it's lovely. And I love it. And I'm never going to use it because it's too nice. So I'm just going to wear it. Makes sense, right? Mark also got me... I was pure greeting because Mark got me a bunch of flowers from a florist. And they're lovely. I'll put a picture in. Because I wasn't humping them through here. But they're so beautiful. Confession, he's never bought me flowers from a florist before. Which is okay. Asthma. So they're beautiful. And I love them. And they're like proper florist flowers. And I feel so... I feel so grateful. Because they're beautiful. But yeah, so we, what did we do yesterday? We didn't do much. I did a little bit of work. And we got an Indian takeaway for tea from Rishi's, which, if you enjoy Indian food, I would recommend Rishi's in Dundee. The butter paneer masala. So good. I had leftovers from my lunch today. I've done that already, but oh my god, so good. Yeah, and then the last thing is Mark, he spoils me. Mark got me this little thing. It's a Genki. Is it Genki? That says Genki. Genki. So this is a little thing. Up. This is a little thing that means that you can play your Switch through your laptop. So you can use your laptop as a screen instead of having to be hooked to the TV. But it also means you can stream what you're playing. Therefore, I'm going to become the world's most famous streamer, and people will give me bits on Twitch, and it's going to be great. So I've just got a new toy to play with. So he got me the little casting the thing that makes it work. I've been really good, and I've got to do all my work before you play with the thing. But he also got me the little dock. It's not focusing because it's focusing on my face. Still focusing on my face. Put it in front of your face. Yeah, so I'd also like to know if I can put my DS onto the laptop, because that would be really cool. I don't think it's possible, but I'm going to give it a go. However, I did see on the back of this that it does your camera, and my camera is really old, so it doesn't have the function to monitor it through your laptop. That's the word I'm looking for, laptop. When I plug it in, the software is just too old, so it looks like I can use this to plug my camera in and put it through. So that would be really good for when I'm photographing things. I just watched a pigeon land in the garden, and that was really interesting. Sorry. So yeah, so I'm really excited to, one, play my Switch, not on the big TV, but in the same room on the small TV. But mostly excited to become a world famous streamer. So if you want to go watch me stream things, I think I'm just Black Magpie on Twitch. Mark, Sharon, Oscar. I should say that everything I've spoken about I will put in the description box down there, like a proper podcaster. I will always leave a Ravelry link and an alternative link, because I totally understand how frustrating it is that Ravelry are being a bunch of ball bags, and I don't want to like hurt anybody by giving only Ravelry links, because that's not cool. So yeah, everything down below. And I think I've kind of prattled on for long enough now. So yeah, thank you for spending time with me again. I hope you are all having, I mean, I always want to be like, I hope you're having a good time, but I mean, who's having a good time, really? Not anybody. I know we can go to the shops and stuff, but please still be careful and wear your masks if you can, and wash your hands, and just, you know, be a good citizen. I was going to make a Boris Johnson joke there about his decorating, but we'll not. Yeah, so until next week. Not next week. So until next time, behave yourselves. Bye.